The reason that we chose to work with kids and young people is because they are the ones that are having a larger impact in their daily lives from the conflict and violence.
Hello, pleasant viewers, and welcome to Good People, Good Works. Last week on our program, we introduced the nonprofit group Futuru, which means for the future in Tetum, the national language of the Southeast Asian nation of Timor Leste. Established in 2004 by Sierra James, a native of Seattle, USA, and others, Futuru is a distinguished non-governmental organization that protects children and young people and promotes peace in Timor Leste. To date, more than 20,000 children, young adults, teachers, staff of other non-governmental organizations, and community leaders have participated in the group's programs and courses that constructively change lives and values. Today, we'll continue our visit with Futuru staff to further understand how their programs help participants.
Currently, we have 3 main projects. One of the projects is called the Youth Integration and Development Initiative, which is our youth center here, which you will see today. The other project, which is out in the community doing community peace building, is called the Community Peace Building Support Project. And then the third project is focused more on doing community peace building all across the country in areas that are also having issues, not as high conflict issues as in Dili, the capital. And we train community leaders on resolving conflict using positive mechanisms. So, for example, if there's a land dispute or other types of disputes going on, we train them on mediation, negotiation, also on different types of ways to resolve, different types of decision-making, different types of ways to resolve conflict positively, so that they can have a good future for their community. Futuru's mission is to build peace and also to promote sustainable human development for Timor Leste. And we do this by working with children and youth. And as part of that program, we actually give them skills in conflict resolution and human rights. And we teach them how to resolve problems in their everyday life without the use of violence. In addition, we also work with people who affect the lives of children. So we focus on teachers, we also focus on parents, and we also work with community leaders. And in this case, we give them skills about not using violence with children. We start working with teachers and youth, teachers and community leaders to encourage people to use positive discipline mechanisms.
Ia projeto ba proteção labarik nian ami kuli bolu naran strengthening peace in the life of children. Iha li husi projeto dane iha inisiativa ida unsa atu ha para violência hasoru labarik sira li husi hasai consciência hasai compreende ba ema adulto sira nomos mestre sira ema nebe maktamatan balabarik sira unsa atu compreende konaba labarik ne direitos humanos tratamento nebe ma positivo balabarik sira. Iha projeto dane hanesta na educação pasida ba iha ema adulto sirne tu sira compreende konaba unsa usa maneira positivo hodi fo tratamento balabarik sira. Hawa tu hatete date katak programa nebe makami fo iha strengthening peace in the life of children laos fo date ba feto sira maybe fomos ba mane sira atunune iha educação nebe makahanesam ba feto nomos ba mane tu compreende konaba dala nebe makdia kodi educa labarik sira também tatene katak labarik importante isira mos parte ida iha família ida nelaran nomos iha comunidade ida nelaran.
Futuru gives youths creative outlets to express themselves, making it much more likely they will choose constructive activities that improve their self-esteem and confidence during their free time.
We started this youth center here. It's called Futuru Center for Peace. We started this as a positive place for kids to come. The kids that were involved in the gangs, that were out in the streets, that were causing problems, they can stop that kind of activity. They can come here. That's why we started the skateboarding. We also have arts and we have sports and all sorts of ways that they can process what they've been through. They can actually learn about conflict resolution and human rights. In the beginning, we were focused mostly on the people involved in conflict. We also work with the communities around this neighborhood. Now things are calm again, or we go out to the most high-risk communities in Dili, and we do outreach. And in that part of that outreach, we try to identify the gang members, the people who involve themselves in violence regularly, and the people who need the most assistance. And then we invite them to come to the center, but we also do trainings there with them in the community as part of a separate project. So we have a community peace building support network project, and in that project we actually go out into the high-risk communities. Most of the violence in the gangs is happening in Dili, the capital of Timor Leste, so that is where we focus most of our work, but we've worked also in 11 of the 13 districts across the country.
The people of Timor-Leste have a wonderful, colorful cultural heritage. They weave taís, or the handmade textiles of Timor-Leste, and perform beautiful traditional music and dance. Futuru incorporates the arts into its programs to enhance children's pride in their community and to pass ancient customs on to the next generation.
My name is Nona. I'm working at Futuru organization. My position is coordinator for children and youth. I'd like to work in the Futuru Center because here we have a lot of activities for children and youth. In this place, many children come from different areas. They come and land here. Here in this organization, we also have the activity about traditional music. They can learn our tradition.
For several years, Futuru members have been using lively group discussions to train local young adults to become staff members as well. These initiatives give participants the confidence to contribute to their society, and due to the program's excellent results, Timor-Leste's Ministry of Social Solidarity, the United Nations Human Rights Unit, and several international organizations regularly contract with Futuru to hold training classes and share its professional knowledge, experience, and methods in order to create a more peaceful world. The progress toward peace is tangible in Timor-Leste. This is shown by the fact that on May 3, 2010, the National Parliament of Timor-Leste passed a widely praised law on domestic violence. Finally, let's hear about one last important Futuru initiative from Sierra James.
We also have a separate project which is just going to be started again. We did it last year for 6 months with support from the Office of the President and the government of Timor-Leste. That is on the island of Futuru. And that project is a bit different. That project focuses on increasing tourism for the community so they can get small money from income generation activities. So they do monthly festivals, they do dancing and singing, and people go there to the small island and they can go scuba diving, snorkeling, hiking, and they can also experience the local culture, the local dancing. They can buy local products. There's a very great women's cooperative there that makes purses. The project is also working on the island to promote that. We also have a child protection component of that project, which is working with the community to build up a child protection network. We already have trained the child protection network here in Dili as well as in the other city called Bacau. And in both of those cases, we've worked with the police, we've also worked with the government child protection officers, how to build a stronger child protection system for Timor-Leste. We will try to replicate that out on the Futuru Island.
Here are some final thoughts from Sierra James.
So the message for children in Timor is that life can be very difficult sometimes. They have a lot of hard things going on. But what they can do is that they can imagine a positive future and they can start down a path to get there. And it's just about taking the steps every day and seeing where they want to go and going. So they can do it. The message for people all over the world, I think, is that saying, young people, you have a lot of ability to change the world. So you need to actually take it into your own hands and create something positive. So what you need to do is you need to think about where you want things to go, and you need to do the small things in your life to create a positive world.
All staff members of Futuru, we thank you for your noble work of promoting human rights awareness and striving to create a more peaceful atmosphere in your society, thus helping to create a brighter future for the children and youth of Timor-Leste. For more details on Futuru, please visit www.bafuturu.org. Refined viewers, thank you for watching this week's edition of Good People, Good Works. May God forever bless us in our efforts to build a more peaceful world.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/AW.